Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here. I'm going to do a commentary video for Total War Rome 2 using my old cinematic style of editing. And it's a Macedon versus Cimmeria battle. I'll be commanding the Macedonians. My opponent's name is Braveheart, commanding Cimmeria. And you can see his army. It's a very full stack of troops. And that's great for a large funds battle, which is what this is. And we'll see our troop composition more specifically once the battle starts. Like, I'm going to cycle through each of the units to show you what each of us has. Anyways, on the tactical overhead, I'm yellow. On the tactical overhead, he's red. Of course. So, I'm coming forward here. You can see the lovely pyramids in the background. So, that's my troop composition, and we're going to scroll through my units really fast. All my calves on my left, right? First, I have my Royal Peltast unit. That's my general. I got one of those guys. Then, again, these are my 4 units of Thessalian Cav. They're all on my left right now. I got 3 units of Mercenary Cretan Archers. That's my long-range missile force. Then I brought this 1 unit of Mercenary Thracian Warriors with 1 experience upgrade. I don't really use those guys too often, do I? And then 4 units of Thorax Swordsmen. And finally, 4 units of Thorax Spears. So here's my opponent's troop composition right there. You can see my calves behind that hill in the background. Let's go cycle through his troops really fast, though. He's got 5 units of Cimmerian Noble Infantry, containing his general. Then he's got 3 units of Steppe Horse Archers. He's harassing my Thessalians right now. Here's a nice close-up so you can see what they look like. Pretty sweet. Then he has 3 units of Steppe Archers, so they're foot archers. 1 unit of Cimmerian Heavy Archers. 4 Scythian Hoplites. 4 units of Steppe Lancers, and half of them have 1 experience upgrades. So here's the action on my left, his right. So my Thessalians are coming back to my main force. So he has repositioned some of his horsemen around me, as you can see. So he just wants to have that all-around action on me, which is something that I typically do too against my opponents. So at this stage in the battle, it's quite early. I just want to start the skirmish phase. But at the same time, I'm pretty wary of all of his cav. I have a pretty respectable cav force, but with all of his horse archers, he could wear my horses down. So I'm gonna bring up my mercenary Cretan archers, and if I see his horses coming nearby, I can use my Cretans to scare them away. And as you saw, my opponent does have a foot archer force too. That's 3 Steppe Archers and 1 Cimmerian Heavy Archer. I just feel pretty confident of my Cretan archers. I feel like those 3 can take on his 4. But if you look on the bottom right on the mini-map, he is getting his cav around me. And as I come forward, he comes forward too, and we're going to inch up our archers towards each other. And there's some separation between his cav force and his infantry, as you can see. So yeah, he did not spread out his archers that well. I mean, I can understand why he did that. He was in a hurry to get his guys firing. He wanted that first shot. But if you look at my guys, they're spread out a little bit more. So I'm getting better kills like this, more effective kills. Not to mention the pretty good stats of my Cretan archers, and they better be good because I paid for that. I paid for that quality. Granted, I am losing some guys right now, but so is he. So, those are his Steppe Horse Archers coming down my right flank there. And, I got my Thessalians behind my infantry. But there he just parked his, Horse Archers towards my right flank. And I brought up a unit of Thorax Spears so they can toss their javelins. He saw what I was doing, so he's gonna pull his dudes back. Even just 1 volley of from those Thorax Spears is pretty deadly against those horses. But yeah, as I predicted, his archers are not holding the ground against my archers. I pretty much scared them all away. They are going to come back from routing, all except for his Cimmerian heavy archers. They're going to bug out. I was kind of surprised by that, because that is a pretty good quality unit. But I guess they took such a beating that they're not going to come back. The Cimmerian heavy archers took a Cimmerian heavy toll. But yeah, you can see his archers in the bottom. They came back from routing. That's fine. And he's swinging his cav behind my guys, as you can see in the very background. But to get to my archers, you have to go through my Thessalians. But, I mean, the real worry is that, you know, I can't really catch those guys with my Thessalians. Unless I chase them around the map. But that's not very conducive for my strategy at this moment. I feel like if I chased him around all over the place, then his Steppe Lancers would just wreak havoc on my back line. But I do have a back line, though, granted, of 30 spears. But still, you don't want your opponent to have the freedom to operate behind you when you have no cav nearby. So that's why I didn't want to chase his dudes around. So look at those Steppe Lancers. He made a little tactical mistake right there. See that? He got a little too close to my general, so my general's going to toss some javelins at these guys. And at this point, he still doesn't notice it. Like, I saw him shifting his dudes around. He's still in range of my guys, though. Finally, he moves away, but he did take quite a few losses. I think a few too many losses, I think. So again, he's pushing him some more cav. And I decided to push my Korean archers towards that cav unit. So my guys are clustered, but I didn't care. It's not like that was a horse archer unit. So I scared away that Steppe Lancer, and now I'm bringing up my infantry. Now, our infantry fight, like, we kept going towards each other and then running away. Like, you're going to see me doing that to him, and he'll be doing that to me too. So yeah, he just retreated from me. And now I'm going to come forward. And soon I'll be retreating from him. And unfortunately, this unit that I don't bring too often, this mercenary Thracian warrior unit, they don't really do too well. As you can see, they're getting shot right now. And anyways, I didn't show this, but he did manage to run a Steppe Lancer unit into my skirmishers back there. I told my guys to hold their ground. Hold the ground long enough for one of my Thessalian cav units to push out these dudes right here. Wait, are those Steppe Lancers or are those horse archers without ammo? I couldn't tell. Whatever they were, they went in for a charge, and I scared them away. But here comes another horse unit coming in for another charge, and I've got another unit of horses coming in too. And while all this going on, he had these horse archers back here just taking shots at my guys. So yeah, I guess those are his Steppe Lancers, because he only had 3 horse archers to begin with. So he scared away some of my Cretans, killed some of my skirmishers, but he lost 2 Steppe Lancers in that effort. So yeah, now this is my turn to run away from his infantry. I want to go with them forward, so that I can unleash all of my javelins before I engage him. So I got all my Thessalians just aiming their, the front of their horses at the opponent's horse archers back there. So I'm going to change position here. I'm going to put my 30 spears in the front now. I'm going to have them unload some of their javelins. Look at one of his horses getting in range of my javelins. But luckily for him, he didn't really... I don't think he lost horses there when he got in range. So yeah, I'm going to shower his dudes, and I'm going to pull back.
Double time! Tribunos!
So, I got pretty sloppy with my Thessalians, as you can see. They're pretty bunched up, which means that's a ripe target for his horse archers. I was just getting kind of lazy. Like, I even tried charging at his horse archers. I knew I couldn't catch him like this. I mean, unless I chased him all around the map, in which case I'd lose too many men. My guys would be fatigued afterwards, and I didn't want to leave my infantry without cav support. And this is him just harassing my horses. And you know, see, I can give chase, but it's not worth it in this situation here. Like, there are situations where it is worth it, but this is not one of those moments. Now he spread out his line pretty long. That way, I mean, he can outflank me easier now. That's one good reasoning for that. So he comes forward. I still have some javelins left, so I'm going to unleash one round, and I'm going to pull my guys back. You can see his generals on the front right there. So I can pull my dudes back behind my my swords. My swords, who, as you can see, some of them still have javelins. So as I pull my Thorax spears behind my swords, my swordsman can now fight his dudes at melee range. I'm not going to pull back anymore. But I do have that secondary line, and I kept it because he had those Steppe Archers back there. Which, by the way, I managed to catch one of his horses over here, and I killed him with my Thessalians. He's got some dudes coming at me on foot. I'm just gonna get out of there. Just no point in sticking around. So my general is getting bogged down by his cav there, and he's got more units coming in. I would have preferred that my general had taken a more central role so that he can use his morale to maintain the spirits of my nearby units. But as it is, he got stuck here fending off these units from the flank. I do have these Thessalians coming in for charges where they can. I also brought in a Thorax spear unit as a reserve to help out my general. And you can see my cav in the back trying to chase him with his horse archers. And for those of you who like these close-ups, here you go. Here's a nice close-up. That's my Royal Peltast taking on some of his units. And he's got some hoplites trying to envelop me, but at the same time I've got Thessalians attacking his enveloping force. At the same time he has some Steppe Lancers attacking my dudes attacking his enveloping force. All kinds of envelopception happening right now. And while all that's going on, he's got these horse archers just sitting out. They still have their ammo, so he did a pretty good job of conserving his ammunition with these horse archers. He's making sure that all of his targets are worthwhile, and he's not wasting his ammo. So here's the main fight. He started to use his numbers pretty well. As you remember, he had a full stack to begin with, and I was a few short of, a few slots shy of a full stack. So those are my dudes, my sword units taking on his. It's a combination of different Cimmerian units. And then I got some archers in the back. Kind of, I'm using them as a reserve. You know, it's pretty sad times, or like times are hard when you're using your Cretan archers as a reserve melee unit. Here comes some Scythian hoplites, and that's when I use my reserve unit. I use these guys to bog his Scythian hoplites down so that they don't outflank my guys. But if you look at the back, I got some guys breaking back there. I don't remember if they do break in this instance. But yeah, I'm using all my available units to try to prevent him from outflanking my guys. I'm hoping that the quality of my units could hold up in a fight against his. And look at my Cretan archer. I thought he was going to kill the guy, but nope. He got tired, felt dejected, and left. So yeah, now it's not looking so pretty. I don't have my general anymore, I don't think. Yeah, I think in that part on the left, that's where my general was. So you can see what's to become. So he's using all these free units now, the ones that killed my general, to crash into the flanks of my open spots, my vulnerable spots. He still has his general unit there, as you can see, but I'm down to 3 units now versus his multitude. So here I'm getting hammer and anvil right here. So the last stand of my Macedonians. Very unfortunate. Costly enemy victory, but yeah, I like my opponent's army composition. Is pretty good. I liked it. Anyways, good game to my opponent Braveheart. Hope you guys enjoyed this this battle involving Macedon versus my opponent's Cimmerians on the Pyramids map.